All right. Um, just wanted to put together a little live stream stuck in traffic. So, I'll do a live stream and shit since I can't get out of this damn traffic jam. So, um, it is what it is. So, I decided to do a live stream and shout out to Blue Blood Sports TV. He did an interview. I think this brother was from Wilder's camp, and then we know who Nicholas Ashbury is. Nicholas Ashbury dropped some more bombs on Tyson Fury in his camp, and the cloud of suspicion on Tyson Fury is starting to get bigger and bigger. I mean, it was already there in the first place. What's up, Black Reality TV? That's the homie. Y'all go to him if y'all want some training tips. He's almost close to being a licensed physical trainer, so he got some good health tips for y'all. So go to his channel, please. That's the homie. So this thing with Tyson Fury isn't going away. So no matter how much people try to pretend and they just want to overlook it, this thing with Tyson Fury is not going away, and it's pretty much here to stay. And I listened to the whole entire interview with Blue Blood TV. Well, most of it. I ain't gonna say the whole entire interview with Nicholas Ashbury and the other brother. I think he's part of Wilder's team, and basically he revealed that Wilder and his people was getting everything together and all the evidence together, and they gonna present facts. Now, from what I seen and what I heard in the video from both Nicholas Ashbury and the brother that's part of part of Deontay Wilder's camp, Tyson Fury is gonna be in major trouble. In case you guys don't know, also this further implicates that the WBC might have been in on this and other people. And I told you I'm finna to basically expose the boxing commission, and for all these clowns that kept hollering about the boxing commission sees and knows and does everything like right down the middle, which ain't true. You know what I'm saying? So, in the interview, like dude said, he said that, Wilder's getting his shit together and they gonna present it. I guess maybe they gonna present it in the press conference leading up to the third fight. That Tyson Fury indeed cheated. I'm to the point I believe that Tyson Fury cheated. And everybody talking about, well, they had somebody from Wilder's camp watch the gloves getting wrapped, so it's impossible for Tyson Fury. Man, if y'all believe that shit, I don't know what to tell y'all. And then, of course, you had people trying to come on our channels trying to undermine the LDBC, or people that's part of the LDBC, or just people that's just basically following this story. Then you had BT Sports blatantly and openly side with Tyson Fury, trying to cape for Tyson Fury to say, look, where they show like a 7-second video. And for anybody that knows, that's ever been to an actual boxing match, ever been in a locker room, that's seen somebody's hands getting wrapped for a fight, it don't take 7 seconds to wrap somebody's hand wraps with the guts, and the tape and everything. It take anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. Okay? That's not something that's did in 1 minute where you just take some tape and just... That's why you can slip something in that tape, because it's a slow process. There's certain ways where you could slip a nail or a thumbtack, you know what I'm saying, and slip it in between the tape and stuff, and in between the guts and stuff. It's easy to do that shit. It's easy to slip something in hand wraps. So for these dummies that's sitting up saying the commission, okay, like I said, nobody wants to hear. Once again, I came with 2 different occasions where I could prove that the commission don't know what to look for. They allowed Ray Vargas to fight with loaded gloves in Arizona. Miguel Kessler got caught in Oakland trying to stack his gloves against Andre Ward. And the only reason why they made him rewrap his hands or take some of the tape off is because Virgil Hunter spotted it. They didn't know. And Nicholas Asbury said, what I've been trying to tell you guys, that those people on the boxing commission don't know nothing about boxing. They don't know nothing about hand wraps. They're just a bunch of dudes that they pull from the streets and try to put in the room where they watch film, and they still don't actually know what to look for. They should have actual former trainers or former boxers working these commissions. So that's for you dummies that was sitting up there saying, oh, well, the commission, nothing gets past the commission. Really? Plenty of stuff get past the commission. Keep in mind, when Margarito got caught, it was a trainer that caught him. His brother Nassim caught him. When Resto and Panama Lewis got caught, the opposing fighters team caught them. Okay? Miguel Cotto's team later spotted that Margarito had something hanging out his gloves. It wasn't no commission that caught those dudes. So why is everybody acting like the commission is the one that know what's going on? And then Mauricio Sullivan with his sorry ass, when Mauricio Sullivan's sorry ass, he in on it too, and told a flat out lie that he was in the locker room, and he wasn't. And let's talk about the Christian Hammer fight. The referee caught Tyson Fury with those altered gloves and made him redo his gloves over again. And nobody wants to point that out. Everybody gets silent when people bring that up. They want to pretend the Christian Hammer fight didn't happen. So how could you sit up there and make it look like people just picking on Tyson Fury, that we're just picking on him, targeting him for no reason? That we randomly just saying that the man cheated when he got a history of cheating. Failed drug test. Bribery. Forgery. Now keep in mind, this is the same type of evidence that white people love to do to black people. They love to go back to black people's past, and this is how they demonize them. This is what they try to do to Ahmaud Arbery. This is what they tried to do to Trayvon Martin. So let me get this straight. When it comes to black people, our past counts for everything. So basically, black people can be judged based off their past, but white people can't. Because that's pretty much what they're trying to say. Tyson Fury did not display that kind of power in the first fight. And that's another thing. Hanging out with alleged mobsters. Dudes that allegedly got bodies on them. But nobody says anything about that. Hanging out with an alleged Irish mobster who's banned from entering the U.S. That dude is banned from entering U.S. territory. They told him he can't even come to the U.S. because what they suspect about him. But this is just all overlooked. And then Nicholas Asbury said that he tried to go to ESPN. He tried to go to BT. He said that they just disregarded him concerning Tyson Fury. Which means ESPN knew about this and they just didn't want to do the story. So that just goes to show you what ESPN is all about. They are about demonizing black men. That's what they all about. They are about demonizing black men. And let's talk about something else. Now, the person that was at the fight that took basically the photos for the fight, that has an archive of in a gallery of pictures from the fight. All of a sudden, his gallery has been made private. Where we found the pictures with Tyson Fury with those altered gloves. The gallery has now been made private. Why is that? But the Boxing Commission is telling you that they don't have nothing to hide. The WBC is telling you they don't have nothing to hide. And the WBC has the audacity to try to insinuate that Deontay Wilder is basically hating on Tyson Fury and that he's their champion. So they'll rather have this type of dude with a corrupt past as their champion. Now keep in mind, the WBC don't want to do an investigation concerning Tyson Fury. They don't want to ask questions about Glovegate or whatever you want to call it. But this is the same WBC that called Deontay Wilder and said they run an investigation about Deontay Wilder saying he want to catch a body. So basically, Deontay Wilder, man, I'm telling you, if I was Deontay Wilder, I would throw, man, I wouldn't even ask, I wouldn't even fight for that belt. I'll take that damn belt and I'll throw it in the garbage can. Keep in mind, this is the same WBC. This is the same WBC that said they run an investigation and they have contacted Deontay Wilder about saying he wants to catch a body in the ring, but they don't want an investigation about a man that possibly had loaded gloves that possibly could have killed somebody. And I agree with Nicholas Asbury on that too. Tyson Fury's white ass should be charged with attempted murder. If they run a thorough investigation, yeah, they made him hide the evidence. If they run a thorough investigation and they really, if I was Deontay Wilder, I would threaten to bring the feds in there, because the feds been itching to try to take over boxing. They've been itching for a way to take over boxing. I would, and from what the guy said, the brother that's part of Deontay Wilder's team, he said the WBC been contacted Deontay Wilder, probably asking him not to say nothing, trying to quiet him. Said, okay, we promise you this, we'll promise you that. And I heard Deontay Wilder ain't picking up their phone calls, and I wouldn't pick up their phone calls neither. I don't have nothing to say to Mauricio Sullivan, none of them dudes. At the end of the day, once again, this is the same Mauricio Sullivan that raised the test levels of that mystery meat that Canelo was eating. So if he pops dirty again, they have to have a certain level to be considered a dirty test. So now you can clearly use that mystery meat as long as your test levels are not at a certain range. So they made it sort of like a DUI test. Your levels have to be at a certain range for you to be considered drunk or intoxicated. But once again, Mauricio Sullivan looked out for Canelo, but then again, they both Mexican. He did Canelo a favor, but then they don't want to run an investigation on Tyson Fury. Obviously, a dude that clearly has done something wrong. But that just goes to show you, they don't want to investigate Tyson Fury, but they give Canelo a pass. They help, they throw him a bone on the field drug test. But they want to investigate Deontay Wilder for saying he wanted to catch a body. But you got a dude that allegedly cheated, had a foreign object in his gloves, may have did permanent damage, and now all of a sudden, I get it. May have did permanent damage. They don't want to do an investigation, but they calling you about, man, what's up with you saying you wanted to catch a body? So like I said, look at Mauricio Sullivan. The dude is Mexican. Canelo is Mexican. Tyson Fury is white. It's always been anybody but the brother. So much for that bullshit. So much for that bullshit black and brown shit. We know that not to be true. We know once and for all y'all that be hollering that black and brown shit, there you have it. There ain't no damn black and brown alliance, and I don't give a damn who offended by it. You don't like that shit, keep your ass off my channel. Flat out, straight like that. Tyson Fury is dirty. So let's look at Tyson Fury's background. He got multiple issues with gloves. He failed drug test. He liked to use that booger sugar. I mean, for real. And then all of a sudden he fights Deontay Wilder. He develops this miraculous power. He develops this miraculous power. I mean, I know people ain't stupid here. I know people can't be that stupid. And like I said, once again, getting back to the WBC, keep in mind, this is once again, they knew that chick, or whatever that was, that fought Franchon Cruz Dezern, whatever that was, whether that was a dude or a chick, whatever the fuck that was, tested dirty. But instead of them giving Franchon her belt back immediately, they got mad at her for accusing that lady of using performance-enhancing drugs, saying that they was mad at her, and they tried to vouch for her. You see how the WBC treat black people? I'd be like, I don't want y'all built. I don't want y'all. I'll be like, I don't want y'all built. But see, here's something that's gonna happen. You know, watch, mark my words. At the end of the day, it's gonna be pressure, man, on all these black WBC title holders. We gonna see who really down. We gonna see who really support the cause. We're really gonna see who just giving lip service and who really support Wilder. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if I was a WC belt holder, I'd give that belt back to them. I'd say, I don't want y'all belt. Keep y'all belt. I'd be like, keep y'all damn belt. I don't want y'all belt. Because like I said, we gonna see. We gonna see who the real ones is. We gonna see. And I can't wait to see what niggas gonna be sitting up here talking all that black shit then. Who love to question other people's blackness shit. I want to see. I can't wait to see if people gonna be talking that same shit. I'm gonna see if people gonna have that same energy. Cause like I said, I can't wait to see. You know, cause you can't have it both ways. You can't just say the WBC is doing Wilder dirty. I mean, if we all black people and we all supposed to stick together, every black belt holder that has a WBC belt should give it back. And say, I don't want y'all belt until y'all make things right with Wilder, till y'all run an investigation. Then, nah, I don't want y'all belt. Like I said, we gonna see. We gonna see. I can't wait to see if niggas gonna start calling them dudes out. Because since they love to question other people's blackness, I can't wait to see when niggas do that. Yeah, the WBC is a Mexican belt. So of course they don't want no brothers like representing they belt really. Because if it was up to them, they would be all probably Hispanic or non-black or white. I'm just keeping it real, man. People just be mad at me, man, because I'll just be speaking the truth. Because I don't sit up here and follow a script and shit. Because I've been knew this. I've been knew the WBC was crooked. Now, on one hand, they have told some truths about some other shit. But on the other half, look how they do. Look how they did Wilder. They never wanted nobody like Wilder representing them. They'd rather have a scumbag like Tyson Fury, a drug cheat, you know what I'm saying, a cokehead, and a cheater representing the WBC. And like I said, Mauricio Sullivan got caught in a bold-faced lie. Nah, I agree wholeheartedly that they should give that belt back. They should give that belt. Everybody black that's you know what I'm saying? Everybody that's black that got a WBC title should give that shit back. They should vacate. and be like, until you treat Wilder better, until you run a fair and proper investigation, the hell with your bill. Nicholas Asbury said it all in that interview with Blue. He said Tyson Fury ain't got no power. He fight off the back foot. He don't sit on his punches. And then he rabbit punches when he tries to sit on his punches. Tyson Fury ain't got no power. Like I said, how come he didn't hurt out of wilding like that? If he got that type of power. But specifically, Deontay Wilder, who took Luis Ortiz's best shots, didn't go down. And people ain't putting two and two together? Look, in boxing, you can have a moment where you land a punch that puts somebody's lights out. But if you a dude that usually go the distance and you don't have no history of one punch knockout or tremendous knockout power, then that should tell you the story. You name one opponent that Tyson Fury fought until the second fight where Wilder was lumped up like that, had dents in his head. And the only reason why Tyson Fury is starting to speak is because the pressure is mounting up. The WBC is trying to do damage control. They are trying to do damage control. Why would they tell that dude, hey, we need you to take those pictures down, or at least make your gallery private to where the public can't see it? Nobody don't find nothing strange about that. The WBC is in deep trouble. Because you know why? If I was Wilder, I wouldn't let them pressure me. I know they promising Wilder all kind of stuff. I know they I know they telling Wilder, just don't say nothing. Don't talk about this. I know they giving him that sob story. This could ruin boxing. Look, man, we'll tell Tyson. No. I mean, who the hell do these people think they talking to, man? For real, who the hell do these people think they talking to? All of a sudden, Tyson Fury got this tremendous punch of power. Tremendous punch of power. Are you serious? He got this tremendous punch of power. Now he hit like George Foreman. And he never hit like that before in his life. He got this, all of a sudden this man, all of a sudden now Tyson Fury, he can hit like George Foreman. He can hit like, he can hit like Ernie Shavers. And then this dude got the audacity to say he the greatest boxer that ever lived. Yeah, that's that coke talking. That's that coke talking. You ain't even in the top 100 greatest boxers. You ain't even in the top 1,000 greatest boxers. Based off what? Because you cheated? Well, if you want to consider yourself the greatest cheater in the world, that's cool. This is like I said, let's look at this man's history. This man said flat out after a fight he gonna go get him some cocaine and some hookers. And he married. I wouldn't even joke like that. Period. That ain't no type of joke to tell. I'm finna get me some cocaine and some hookers. And he married. Like I said, let Adrian Broner have said some shit like that. You would have had every YouTuber, every lamestream media outlet talking about that. Well, you shouldn't say stuff like that because, you know, boxing is image and you know, kids are watching and all this kind of stuff. And like I keep saying, people know something strange with Tyson Fury, but they don't want it. They don't want to accept it because they wanted this. They wanted this false sense of hope and this false bravado, thinking that, hey, you know, this white fighter with no punching power beat the hell out of this black dude, and it was on the up and up, and they can't stand it. That's why they making all these videos. You guys are salty. You get, man. There you have it. There you have it. Shout out to my man Black Reality TV. Since 2011, man, this man ain't even had that many knockouts. You got to start putting two and two together. Like I said, Wilder took Ortiz best punches. A dude that hits 3 times harder than Tyson Fury. And Wilder didn't even touch the ground. So now you mean to tell me Tyson Fury all of a sudden got this tremendous power, and then you had people sitting up there saying, oh, that's because he put on the weight. Weight don't have nothing to do with your punching power. It's the motion of how you throw the punch. Because if that's the case, if weight was a big issue for punching power, then why Deontay Wilder keep knocking all these dudes out who usually weigh anywhere from 25 to 30 pounds more than him? Can somebody explain that to me? Can somebody explain that to me? Any personal trainer will tell you it ain't about how much you weigh and all that kind of stuff. It's about movement. It's about how you throw your punches. That provides the power. Putting on weight doesn't guarantee you to have punching power. To say, oh, well, it's because he gained all that weight. I mean, come on, man. Stop it. Because I'm waiting for somebody. Okay. So if we want to play that game, you want to play that game since they want to say the weight is what gave Tyson Fury his power. Well, then Jarrell Big Baby Miller should have all knockouts then. Because that dude weighed sometimes 200 to 300 pounds coming into a fight. So how come he ain't knocked everybody out? That's easy to debunk. Because like I said, a lot of these dudes come on here talking out the side of their neck and don't be knowing what the hell they be talking about. I covered boxing. I've been in them locker rooms. It is easy to slip something in, some hand wraps. I mean, it's easy. Like I said, those people that work for the commission, they not former boxers. They don't know nothing about the sport. I keep telling you, there is a video. Go look at the video with Mikhail Kessler and Andre Ward when Virgil Hunter caught Mikhail Kessler trying to load his gloves. He said, "You got too much tape on. Your gloves are stacked. You're not supposed to have that." Felix Trinidad, there was a rumor about him. Felix Trinidad used to stack his gloves according to a lot of his fighters. And guess who caught him, if I'm not mistaken, trying to stack his gloves? I think Nassim Richardson caught Felix Trinidad, said that his gloves were stacked against Bernard Hopkins. But somebody in Bernard Hopkins' camp said, hey, Trinidad got too much reps. He got too much tape on his reps. He's trying to stack his gloves. And remember, Felix Trinidad threatened not to fight if he had to re-wrap his hands. But he went and did it. Like, man, who y'all think y'all talking to, man? Who y'all think y'all talking to, man? Don't come talking about no commission. Most of those dudes in the commission ain't never fought in their life. Ever. They don't know what to look for. When they say the California Athletic Commission or the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Arizona Athletic Commission, that's just people that they tally up and shit. And most of them, like I said, don't have no ties to boxing. These people killing me acting like people ain't never been caught before. Like I said before, the referee caught Tyson Fury in the Christian Hammer fight. Margarito got caught by Shane Mosley's team, Nassim Richardson. And then Miguel Cotto's team saw that fight and was wondering why he was like so badly damaged in that fight. And they saw something hanging out of his gloves. And when they had the face-off on HBO, Miguel Cotto presented his evidence. He said, look at this hanging out under his gloves. Already spoke on that. Because I'm waiting to hear from them too. Because see, like I told you, I'm not one of these dudes that's afraid, or one of these dudes that feel like I have this loyalty to the PBC and to Al Heyman. Because I get tired of hearing these excuses about Al Heyman don't have to say nothing. Or the people from the PBC. Because like I said, they need to speak too. I mean, everybody always talking that black shit and said we supposed to support Al Heyman because he black. Well, my thing is, when is Al Heyman and his people gonna come forward and speak on this thing with Wilder? It's almost like Wilder is fighting the battle by himself. But everybody is always hollering that black shit. I'm not finna sit up here and not like call Al Heyman out. Anybody that say Al Heyman don't have to speak because he a boss, you a fucking moron. Don't come here with that bullshit. Al Heyman should say something. He should at least issue a statement. Why is he exempt from not saying something? But then we got to, like I said, we got to hold Eddie Hearn accountable. We got to hold Bob Arum accountable. We got to hold Oscar De La Hoya accountable. Why hasn't Al Heyman said anything, or his representatives? That's what I'm saying. Tyson Fury is looking at attempted murder, man, and there's no way to get around it. The doctor said a couple of more hits. Who knows? Who knows what could have happened? I'm holding everybody accountable. You think I'm finna sit up here like, man, somebody could have been killed. Wilder could have been killed. Now, what if Wilder, and I don't want people to take this the wrong way, what if Wilder would have been taken out? Then what will be seen? And then it turns out somehow, some way that Tyson Fury, it still comes out that Tyson Fury has some shit in his hands. Do you know how bad that would make the PBC look? Like I said, man, I ain't worried about nobody being mad at me because I'm calling out Al Heyman. Like I said, I've always been my own person. Nobody don't tell me what to say on my shit. I'm just keeping it real. While that's what I'm saying, Crow. Why we keep like not mentioning Al Heyman? Everybody love to give Al Heyman praise about how much money they making with him and all this type of stuff. But then when you say, well, why ain't Al Heyman and PBC issued a statement regarding Glovegate? Oh, well, Al Heyman, he don't have to speak. Al Heyman is a boss. Oh, man, I ain't trying to hear that bullshit. And then you'll have some of these niggas that'll try to insinuate that I'm that if you speak against Al Heyman, you some kind of coon. But then these are the same dudes that's always attacking other black fighters because they ain't signed to the PBC, but they going around questioning everybody's blackness. But it's a few of them niggas on here. Yeah, Al Heyman failed Wilder. I get tired, CB. You the only real dude on here. We gotta call Al Heyman out. He gotta say something too. He could at least issue a statement saying that the PBC, along with, you know, our personal team, we're asking questions, we're running an investigation. But nope, they quiet. Nah, they don't have to talk. Nah, they ain't got to say nothing. Because at the end of the day, Deontay Wilder put his career in the hands of Al Haymon. Deontay Wilder put his trust in the career of Al Haymon. And if something ain't being done, and they ain't looking out for Deontay Wilder's best interest and his safety, then they have failed this man. And there is no way that you could get around this. We could sit up there and talk about how much these fighters making and this and that, which that's a totally another video. We could do that all day and all night. But right now, I am disappointed because nobody from the PBC has came out and spoke on behalf of what's going on with Wilder. And I think it's a travesty. And it's very disappointing to hear that. It's very disappointing to see that. And I know people go get mad and say why I'm bringing up Al Haymon, because like I said, Al Haymon represents Deontay Wilder, and he got to say something. Tyson Fury, look, let me ask y'all something, and let's keep it 100 right quick. Let's keep it 100 right quick. Everybody know about Panama Lewis by now. They know what Panama Lewis did. They know what Panama Lewis did when he took the padding out of the gloves in a fight with his fighter. He took the padding out. The dude got seriously hurt, but the fighter saw that the gloves had been tampered with. And you know, Panama Lewis, keep in mind, Panama Lewis went to jail. That's what I keep trying to tell y'all. Panama Lewis went to jail. And he lost his license to ever be ringside of any fight. He could train, but he cannot be ringside. So if we have called him out, and he went to jail, why is Tyson Fury getting the pass? Why did Margarito, his ass should have been in jail? Because he got caught cheating. He got suspended. He got caught cheating, and he should have been in jail. Margarito should have never been allowed to fight again. Flat out. Never should have been allowed to fight again. Real talk. And Tyson Fury, his ass should be in jail for attempted murder. Like Nicholas Ashbury said, y'all got to go watch that live stream with Blue. That's real talk. Nicholas Ashbury, he bodied Tyson Fury, his whole team. He said he tried to go to the major outlets, and they didn't want to hear what he had to say. Now you see that? You see how it is when a black person is the victim? Now people don't have no problem talking about what a scumbag Panama Lewis is. So Davidson ain't a scumbag? Yeah, J-Dog. Tyson, I hope you talk about it later. Tyson Fury should be in jail for attempted murder. When you get a chance, J-Dog, go to Blue Blood Sports. He interviewed Nicholas Ashbury, a dude that witnessed Tyson Fury fucking with gloves when they were sparring for a fight. He said out of his own mouth, Tyson Fury tampered with the gloves. And then that archive of photos, from Gronowski. His name is John Gronowski. Those photos went private to where the public can't see them. But they not hiding nothing. They not hiding nothing, right? They ain't hiding nothing. But why you ask that dude to take those photos down and make them private? I mean, for real, who the hell do you guys think you talking to? Who in the hell you guys think you talking to? I'm covered boxing. I still talk to these dudes. Now, the funny part about it is you got all these people from the Mayweather camp, you know, cooning it up, trying to take up for Tyson Fury and saying that we hating. But then you got white guys like Vladimir Klitschko and Joey Spencer saying, hey, man, Tyson Fury did something weird. Okay? Tyson Fury did something he didn't have no business doing. But they disregard that, though. Oh, thanks, man. Shout out to Jay. What's up, LB? Yeah, nobody don't want to hear that, though. Nobody wants to hear that, though. That they had white fighters that said, hey, man, the shit that Tyson Fury did is an old trick. It's an old trick where you could, like, alter your gloves and everybody talk about, whoa, it's the brand, it's the brand. Anybody that's seen that photo, and I think I got that photo in my in my archives in my phone, and I'm gonna pull that photo up where you could clearly see Tyson Fury's knuckles hanging out of the. I mean, for real. Hey, thanks, LB. You can clearly see Tyson Fury's knuckles. Through those gloves. Which means the damn padding was taken out. And I don't want to hear nothing about, oh, well, it's the brand. Look, man. Look, man. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, please. You embarrassing yourself. Okay? You embarrassing yourself. But that's how they treat black people, though. They think black people just make up shit. Well, talking to Grubbin, I think it's I'm just gonna tell you, we might be surprised when we find out who is all involved in this. We might all be surprised. I think it's gonna get to the point to where we just gonna be shocked, we gonna be disappointed, and we just gonna be like, wow. I'm just telling the truth. Some of y'all might not want to hear it, but I'm just telling the truth. Do I think Tyson Fury slipped Deontay Wilder's trainer Jay Diaz an envelope? Well, I don't know. We may find out shortly. I want y'all to listen to me. Everybody that's listening to this stream. People like Carl, J-Dog know that I've covered fights. I've been in them locker rooms. I've talked to them fighters. I've seen it. It is easy, like I said, to slip something in hand wraps. It is easy. A dude could be looking at you. It's easy. Then, okay, and then that's another, and this is another thing. Why did Tyson Fury want to drink any water after that fight? Why did he say, what's in this water? Water. Let's go back. Let's go back to that too, post-fight. When Tyson Fury said, what's in this water? Why the fuck would you ask what's in a water bottle? Water, right? Once again, Tyson Fury implicated himself, and you had people say, oh, he was just, you know what I'm saying, after the fight. Yeah, there you go, LB. There you go. You got to put to it. It's a damn shame, man. If I didn't, man, it's a damn shame. I could do better detective work and investigation work than a damn commission theyself. My man, Black Reality TV on the job. Can somebody answer me that? Why would Tyson Fury say, "What's in this water"? Water, homeboy. I mean, water, right? Man ain't never had no damn punching power like that. All of a sudden, this dude got now he the new Hands of Stone, right? He the new Hands of Stone. Okay. For that particular fight, that is. You got to put 2 and 2 together, man. You know, for real. You got to put 2 and 2 together. You got to start saying, hey, man, hey, this not adding up. Yeah, I'm still waiting for somebody to answer that question. When did Fury start hitting like Wilder? When did he become a monstrous? When did he become Arthur Beterbiev? I'm serious. When did he become Artur Beterbiev? I'm just waiting for somebody to tell me. I'm serious. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me, when did he start punching like Artur Beterbiev? That's all I got to say. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me, when did he develop this Artur Beterbiev power? You know, I'm serious. I'm waiting for somebody to tell me, when did yeah, all of a sudden, after one fight, this dude turned into a monstrous puncher. I mean, this dude is busting people's eardrums. He putting dents in people's. I mean, for real. I mean, come on, y'all. Y'all can't be that stupid, right? But then again, maybe y'all are. Are y'all in that much of denial? Y'all want to see a brother lose that bad? I mean, y'all got to put 2 and 2 together. The man asked post-fight, what was in that drink? What's in this drink? What's in this bottle of water? See, every once in a while, somebody slip up. And he slipped up. Because like I said, why do you want to know what's in that bottle of water? It's supposed to be just water. But remember, you clean, though. You clean. You clean. Wasn't nothing strange about this. Fury ain't never been no power puncher. Never. He ain't never been no power puncher in his life. Then all of a sudden this dude, like, you know, one, because like I said, so when you fight off the back foot, you just basically you throwing so you can have more power. It's ways you where basically you hit like, you know what I'm saying, you hit like George Foreman. Because then you got to start saying, hey man, something ain't right about this. This is fact. Something ain't right about this. And nobody wants to hear it, because nobody want to accept the truth. Because at the end of the day, based off the fact that this evidence has came out about Tyson Fury, we didn't rain on these white supremacists and these racist parade. Because now we don't believe that Tyson Fury's victory was legit. And it isn't. Look, talking and grubbing. If they could strip, they could take titles away, they could, you know what I'm saying, they could strip Tyson Fury. But see, the thing is with Fury, Tyson Fury committed a criminal act. Tyson Fury's ass is going to jail. Like I said, everybody is against Tyson Fury, right? So that referee in the Christian Hammer fight was against Tyson Fury. No, he caught Tyson Fury trying to cheat. And he was shaking. Let me tell you, what made it so bad, he was shaking his head like this. He was like, this motherfucker. He was shaking his head like he was disgusted with Tyson Fury. And to be honest with you, Tyson Fury could have got suspended in that fight. That referee was looking like, man. So once again, so much for that commission shit. I keep telling you, those man, they might as well put me on the payroll for the commission. But really, y'all, they don't really have no pecking order, really. Because like I told you, yeah, that referee looked at Tyson Fury. And then Tyson Fury had that goofy. Look at the look on Tyson Fury's face like, oh shit, I got caught. Once again, nobody wants to talk about that. But the dude from Deontay Wilder's team, yeah, J-Dog, of course the boxing commission is a disgrace. J-Dog, you good at putting videos up. Go to that Christian Hammer fight and look at the beginning of that video where the referee look at Tyson Fury's gloves and say, wait a minute, why is your thumb not in this glove? Yeah. And then I'm still waiting for somebody to explain to me, how do you have blood on your hand wraps where the knuckles is, but your knuckles is supposed to be in the glove? Because you was adjusting your glove. So what it is, Tyson Fury adjusts one glove, and then he puts a foreign object in the other one. Man is just an overall cheater. And see, when it comes out, this gonna be, you know what I'm saying? This gonna be another L for white supremacy. I'm waiting for somebody that didn't fault to tell me how in the hell you got blood on your knuckles. Now, it's common to have blood around the wraps, the hand wraps and everything, because when you lump somebody up and when they bleed, yeah, you gonna get blood on the wraps where the wrist area is. Yeah, that's not unusual. But the knuckles? You got blood on the knuckles? I thought your knuckles is supposed to be inside the glove. Nobody still can't explain that. And like I said, you had a lot of these channels that was coming on here just trying to debunk, saying they debunked, which they didn't debunk shit. Yeah, the boxing commission is winging it. The boxing commission and the WBC, they all showing their guilt by basically making that photographer make those videos private to where the public can't see them. This is another admission of guilt. It's another admission of guilt. Man, I don't pay attention to Ishay Smith. Ishay Smith got his career ended by, by Harrison Lubin. So, you know what I'm saying? He got the hell beat out of him, and I was glad too. So, at the end of the day, I ain't paying no attention to guys like Ishay Smith, because who you need to talk to is Mickey Bay. Mickey Bay, he'll tell you some shit. I'm gonna try to get Mickey Bay. I'm gonna try to find him. I wasn't asking for a lot of these boxers' numbers, but I'm gonna get on Instagram, and I'm gonna start getting some interviews with these dudes. Cause like I said, y'all keep forgetting that Kareem Mayfield is my homeboy. He already told me gloves ain't supposed to flap around. He already told me that. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all disregard y'all disregard opinion from a dude that actually fought, 20 something times, that know about gloves, know about hand wraps. Kareem Mayfield said that gloves ain't supposed to be flapping like that. But I mean, it is what it is, man. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People just don't want to accept the truth, but it's okay. Because when Tyson Fury sitting up in court, when he's sitting up in court on charges of attempted murder and assault, then that's when people gonna understand it. But I keep telling y'all, a lot of people don't care what Tyson Fury did. As long as Tyson Fury beat that black fighter Deontay Wilder, that's all that matters. They don't care what Tyson Fury did. They don't give a rat's ass about what Tyson Fury did. I'm just keeping it 100. They don't care. They don't care. They really don't. As long as Deontay Wilder lost that fight, that's all they give a damn about. And like I said, when it comes out that Tyson Fury cheated, you're going to see all the blame placed on Deontay Wilder. Like Deontay Wilder is at fault for Tyson Fury cheating. Somehow, some way, this is going to be his fault. You're going to see the ops crying. You're going to see, some of these fake ass channels crying. Man, I'm like this. If whatever happened in the third fight, Wilder's team go be on point. He's sitting up there, J Diaz, watch my gloves being wrapped. It's total bullshit. All right, well, it's an old saying. You waited 3 months to respond. Because you thought it was going to go away. But then as more evidence showed up with your knuckles hanging out and hand wraps with blood on the knuckle part, and other fights where you got stretched, yo knuckles is hanging out of the holes where you tie the gloves at. So all of a sudden you speak on this. This story been floating a while. If Wilder had did this shit, Wilder's ass would already be in jail. Wilder would be in court right now. You would have people say, oh, why ain't the LDBC talking about, oh, why ain't Boxing Ego? Why ain't Chep Side? Why ain't Blue Blood? Why ain't Tail Bitch? You'll have people saying Deontay Wilder is a cheat. He's disgusted. Now, like I said, keep in mind, these are the same YouTubers that act like they was disgusted with Floyd Mayweather with the whole IV and the Manny Pacquiao fight, which Floyd Mayweather, once again, alerted the Manny Pacquiao camp about the IV. It was the same IV that Oscar De La Hoya took the eve of his fight with Manny Pacquiao, which is some kind of coincidence. Same damn IV. So when Oscar used it to try to rehydrate and not run out of gas, which Oscar De La Hoya ran out of gas as soon as the bell rung. Okay. So when Oscar De La Hoya uses the IV, okay, he trying to get minerals. He trying not to basically he's basically trying to have some steam, which he didn't. So when Floyd Mayweather uses this IV, he cheated. I don't know where Dan Rafael is. I know he ain't with ESPN no more. So that's what I don't understand. So when the black dude uses the IV, then he cheated. But when a non-black or a Mexican uses it, okay, well, basically he's trying, at least use this as a way of, not deflating when the bell rings in the fight, which it didn't work because, like I said, Oscar De La Hoya was a dead man as soon as the bell rung. He was pretty much a dead man walking. And I know some people gonna say, well, he was still throwing punches. Well, like I said, once again, your power comes from your shoulders and everything else. You can throw some punches, But if you don't have no steam in your punches from the body, from the body and the fluids and the water and shit in your system, if you don't, I mean, basically, if you low on energy, you could throw 100 punches and you still ain't gonna have no impact. Any personal trainer will tell you that. Oscar didn't have no pop in his punches. It was like he was throwing, his fist was like water balloons. Because he had no steam. Because he tried to make weight so bad from not had fought at 147 in like almost 9 years, and he had to come in at 147 for that fight. Well, basically he tried to use that IV to have vitamins and have water in his system, because pretty much the water in his system was gone. The fluids in his system was gone. You still got to have all that shit in your system. Not illegal fluids, but just fluid. Energy, electrolytes, all that shit was gone. Oscar didn't have none of that. And that's what Floyd did. So basically Floyd could have enough steam to be able to go to 12 rounds with Manny Pacquiao. Because Floyd, for some reason, had a little bit of trouble making weight for that particular fight. Maybe Floyd undertrained or overtrained a little bit. But once again, Manny Pacquiao's camp was told about that 2 weeks in advance. And you see how the media ran with that story. ESPN opened up their segment, their first segment with Floyd and that IV shit. But here you have a guy in Tyson Fury that possibly had a legal foreign object in his hands, and nobody don't give a rat's ass about it. Nah, Floyd had trouble he had trouble making weight for that fight. It happens every once in a while. But what I'm saying is, it ain't about whether he undertrained or overtrained. He did nothing wrong. He used the same IV Oscar De La Hoya used, but then everybody tried to vilify him. And most people with common sense knew it was the same type of IV, but then they wanted to make a fake story out of it. That's what you call fake news. But then this is possible real news with Tyson Fury, but yet nobody cares. Nobody cares, basically. But then we hear people say we want the right things did at boxing. Boxing is one of the most corrupt, and I mean racially segregated sports there is. Because once again, you really don't have no real actual sanction commission over all of boxing, because one, you got fighters from all over the world. So that's why they really don't have a real actual committee. I'm just keeping it 100. If they ever could do something like that, it would be great, but that's not gonna happen, because all these people want certain jurisdictions over their fighters. Oh, it could go to court. Trust me. After it's over, it could go to court. I promise you. What about football? Well, if you know the NFL have their favorites who they want to go to the Super Bowl every year. I think this year, the theme this year, due to the NFL trying to save face with George Floyd and the athletes, and just everything that went wrong with the world this year, I think the theme this year in football is going to try to have possibly a black quarterback playing in the Super Bowl at all cost. Whether it's Cam Newton, whether it's Patrick Mahomes, whether it's Watson, whether it's Lamar Jackson, I wouldn't be surprised on the NFC side they find a way to try to get the Panthers to the Super Bowl again. That's gonna be the thing, possibly. I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it later on. But anyway, I'll hit you guys later. Thanks for tuning in. This your boy Town Biz. I'm out.